Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Last time we spoke about quitting, giving up, and I talked about basically how I've gave up my whole life and quit everything that I've tried and gave a lot of excuses. We had a little chat about that. One thing that I heard a while back, but I didn't really take much notice, was it's actually a trend, an online trend called quiet quitting. Um, so you're in your job that you don't like, obviously, and you're quiet quitting. Obviously, you're not going above and beyond. You're just doing the bare minimum that you need to do in your job. You're not helping out where you need to, or doing a bit extra or overtime, this, that, and the other. You're just in the job doing the bare minimum. And I understand that. I do. I've had a few jobs where I haven't enjoyed. Um, but it makes me sad. It makes me think a little bit. If you got a career or you got a job that you don't like and you just you're quite quitting, you don't like it. You know, why don't you try and find something that fulfills you? Find your why, find your focus, something that excites you, makes you happy to get up in the morning and do. Whether that's a job, a career, or your own thing. And yeah, it just makes me a little bit sad. It makes me think about, like, obviously you're doing your job, you're not liking it, you're quite quitting, and you're coming home and you're doing whatever you're doing, and then you're going back to work the next day to do the same thing. It just, it's that circle of, I don't know. And I know a lot of people obviously go to work and work hard, and obviously you don't get the any reward for it. Most people are in a job just above minimum wage. There's not a lot of opportunities to progress, advance in the job, in your career, and it feels like everyone's a little bit stuck. But I want to say, there is more to life. There is more out there. There is a job or a career that you could really excel at. If you want to do more for yourself, find out what you love, what you're passionate about. Learn everything about it. Figure out what you need to do to get it off the ground and get it up and running. How much money do you need, or what you need to do to go. You got AI, online AI. They can ask you a question how to do something, and it'll tell you exactly how to do it. There's opportunities out there. There's opportunities to make more money, to make yourself happier. But ultimately, it comes down to finding your focus, finding your why, what makes you want to better yourself. That could be for your own self-esteem, to make yourself proud. That could be for your wife, your husband, your children. And you just need to find that focus. I used to think, like you say, I said before, I thought motivation was the key. Watching videos of motivation, but motivation is temporary. Once you know what you want, like you say, you got to get up every single day and you got to be consistent at it. You got to keep going and go through adversity. You're going to have shit times. It's not plain sailing. It's really hard sometimes. Like you say, life is hard. But you've got the hard, where you can carry on doing what you're doing and just keep travelling down that road, and that's fair enough. Or you've got hard, where you can change your life. They're both hard, but I would advise choose a hard that makes you happy. You know, there's just too many people stuck in the mindset of this is the only way. Like you say, you grow up and you learn, you're told to do this and do that, but you're not taught about how to live as an adult. You're not taught about money, how to invest money, how to better your life. You're just taught a curriculum, told to get your your qualifications and go to college and university and get a job. That's all you're told. You're not told about the rest of his life, and a lot of people just think that's all there is. But if you are in a situation where you're quiet quitting, please just, you're obviously not happy in what you do. Just find another focus, something that makes you happy, that you want to achieve. And obviously, you stay in a job until you're at a certain point where you can transition. And obviously, you just carry on doing what you're doing, but just have work towards something else as well. And just ultimately be happy. Be kind to yourself. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate the support. So I will see you very, very soon. You take care, everyone. Bye-bye.